So it's Thanksgiving week, and while I don't want to diminish anybody's losses this year, I've had losses. We've all had losses, and we've all gone through stuff personally and in our entire lives that is cruddy. But I wanted to remind folks that there's a lot to be thankful for. So I'm going to look back through my past year and give you some glimpses of things that I'm thankful for. One of the big ones at the beginning of the year you see here. I'm very lucky to be able to work from home. At the time, I was in the office and working with some guys who do a podcast of folks that I know pretty well, and I was grateful that I was able to do that. Um, I'm going to take a laugh for a second here. We finally got Erica set up for braces. This is the funny picture back in February, and then it was her birthday. So take a look at those good little things. Um, Mandy had graduated and bought herself a car after she graduated year before last, and decided she wanted to get a new car, and she was able to do it. We took her to CarMax, and she found this fantastic car she loves, and it's been great. We're so proud of everything she's been able to accomplish when she graduated. Of course, Corona hit in March, and that changed everything. One of the first things, though, I was grateful for is even from home, I started doing a check-in series with a good friend of mine, Mike Collins, who works with small businesses as well, and it enabled us to just stay on top of it. We met once a week virtually, and we'd go on Facebook, and people would be there with us. I had a lot of fun playing with the webcam on the on the computer, and of course, we encourage people to do this. Stay home. I mean, I know it's boring. I know it's everybody's tired of being in quarantine and having to not be able to go do normal everyday things, but you just got to do what you can. And one, for example, I was grateful. I lived in Wilmington in May, and I was very grateful to be able to see downtown Wilmington come to life. And I was grateful because I was able to work from home. We got the flex capability once everything hit. The girls were able to visit me, and I had a phenomenal time seeing them. I bought myself a bike, which was a great opportunity that I brought back, and I've taken to exercise. This is one of my favorite stories in Wilmington. I did a ghost tour once everything opened up, right towards the beginning of, or right towards the end of May, sorry, at Memorial Day, and I did a ghost tour. It was great. So there was still stuff going on. And for Father's Day, the kids and I went down to Wilmington and went out to Carolina Beach and had a great time. So, it was just about taking those opportunities. Um, I started doing a thing just for my own mental well being um, with the dog, because I walk the dog every single morning, and we just started doing a little thing, and it was Todd and Zuri in the morning. I'd just talk and we do that. In July, for a short time, Josh moved into NC State. We were so proud of him. He was so happy to finally get to go to school, and unfortunately got called back shortly thereafter. I cannot remember why I was wet there, but I love traveling with Zuri. She loves to travel, and I'm so grateful that she's so good about it and loves to do those kind of things. Um, I got new prescriptions this year, but I found some great companies that I bought some glasses from, so it was awesome. And one of my favorite things is to take Zuri to places where we've never been before. And I think this was one of the state parks in Bladen County where I work, and it was a great opportunity to just get out. And that's one of the things you got to take advantage of. That's actually not Zuri. Where I'm staying, we have dogs in and out all the time, and that's one of the things I'm really thankful for. I get to meet some really great dogs. The brown one's Pappy. She's awesome. Um, we took Zuri and her cousin Aspen for a trip to the beach, and this was one of my most favorite memories of the year. Was Aspen discovering the ocean. It was awesome. I know she'd been in water before, but that was such an awesome thing. I love laughing at Josh, and I love Facebook bringing back these old things of his. And this is just a picture of me walking at night, because Zuri and I, that's what we do. We walk usually first thing in the morning, and usually once after dinner, and sometimes it's late. That's Zuri's new buddy. That's Mikey. She's awesome. She's a great cat. Like I said, we meet new dogs all the time. That one's Isla. She's great. There she is hanging out with Erica. One of your things, and because I've been working so hard this year, is you can see um, over the summer I lost, I think, almost 20 pounds. Um, well, pretty much since the beginning of the year and when those pictures were taken. So the one started early, and you can actually see the weight loss. So it's awesome. That's my tattoo. I haven't changed it at all, but it to me represents the kids, and I'm always reminded that I'm always thankful for them. Um, just doing a lot of reading this year, and posting stuff to be reminders for me, to make sure that I'm staying on track with myself. Again, one of the more important things is that I've been able to work from home in a variety of different ways, and so one of the things I do is present webinars. I've been doing that a lot. um, while it was sad my mother passed this year, it did bring my family together. I got a chance to see my aunt not long ago, and the girls came. And like I said, I am so grateful that I've got the flexibility of a job where even though you've got to wear a mask and even though you've got to do these things, it still protects you. Sorry, I always show. I'm never not going to be thankful for Zuri. She's my little partner in crime, and is such a wonderful way to start and end my day. I've gotten back into a lot of cooking, and one of my favorite things will always be to make tacos. So I made a lot of tacos this year, and there we are. Actually, tonight, in the wrap up, she was exhausted, so she let me take her picture. I have so much to be thankful for, and even when things are kind of crappy, it's always about perspective. It's always about reminding ourselves that yes, things are bad. Things can be the worst in the world. They can be the worst thing you can think in the world. But if you allow yourself to take that space, to take the time and get away from it for just a second and remind yourself of all the things that you have to be thankful for and keep that perspective, because it's a reminder that there's always somebody who has it worse. There's always. And it stinks, but you have to do it for yourself. And in that moment, you do have to remind yourself it's going to be okay, and I have a lot to be thankful for. So, hope you have a good Thanksgiving 2020, even though it's in this year. It doesn't mean it has to be bad. So, try to take advantage of it, try to do the things you got to do, and have a good Thanksgiving.